Welcome back to Dyllin with Age of Wonders 4, where we continue the journey of Breakgear and the Anointed Orcs in episode 25 that are present in the form of the Marauder Guards. Hello, a Ring of Regeneration. Heals 10% of its maximum hit points as temporary hit points at the end of its combat, and 10 points at the start of your turn on the world map. Might be something useful for Ilian. Yeah, let's give him the Ring of Regeneration. That's very nice. We're getting so much gold per turn that I'm going to consider buying another hero to help lead the southeastern force. But first, we need to build more buildings. Let's work on an estate hall for Estad. I'd like to get a Masonic hall, but I think I'd have to transform this quarry into a farm just to build it at all, because you need two quarries actually. So I need to build another quarry first. In that case, cancel the estate hall. We'll lose a little bit of production on it. That's not that big a deal though. We could get this mana, but we need to clear it first. So let's go ahead and let's build a quarry right there. And then we're going to start work on the Masonic Hall. Bastion built a blacksmith. Let's start work on an academy. Then Stonework produce a tavern. Let's start work on a bathhouse, I believe. Okay, let's go for bathhouse. Good old Orcsite finished that ruler statures, so now we're up to 110 Imperium per turn. We could improve that even more, but we need to start casting Angel Eyes in a second. I don't see any reason to build anything else in Orcsite, so we're going to go ahead and let it produce merchandise for a little while. We need to cast Covenant of the Faith onto Heartfang. Now we're getting 115 per turn. Let's start working on Angel Eyes. It's going to take us 3 turns to finish, 600 mana. We got a message from Mashara, so she wants us to declare rivalry with Rakshagi. Again, it's not a big deal. Kind of at the point of declaring on Rakshagi, but not quite. Let's actually see if we can't fabricate a grievance against... Oh, we can't fabricate against him. Can't afford it, not yet. Since we can't afford it at the moment, let's see if we can sell something to Mashara real quick. Let's try to sell the lucky ring to her. Let's get some gold. Fantastic. Although I could just get... Let's just wait for Justified Wars. Let's not waste the gold. We've actually got a Nature Adept. So this is Pandor from our quest that we completed earlier. He is a Nature Adept. He's going to give us +3 Nature Affinity when governing city. I will take this guy. He's a level 10. Let's recruit him. It'll cost us 30 gold per turn, but I do not mind that at all. We're going to station him into Stone Root instead of Moldy. He's going to give a crap ton of food to Mole Root, which is not a bad choice. You know what? I'm going to put him into Bastion instead. He already produces as much gold as Ilian, and Bastion doesn't really need the production. So Ilian's been good, but Pandora is going to be better. So now we're getting 5 Nature Affinity per turn. That means that we can progress faster towards something like Druidic Care, which gives us +5 mana for each resource node in our domain, which is fantastic. There's some really good things in nature. Alright, it's time to slaughter these defensive forces over here of Necron. Should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, kill them all. Kill them all. There we go. And this outpost, I think I might want to just raise this outpost completely. It's annexed to province right now. I don't think I could... Oh, maybe I can build a teleporter inside it. So let's capture the outpost. That'll take 2 turns. In the meantime, we're going to continue marching forward towards the enemy. Let's go ahead and let's crush some marauders along the way towards Werlac. We might as well pick up some experience. There's no reason not to. This should be an easy fight. Indeed it is. Good deal. Got ourselves a unicorn, some gold. Let's take that reward. The unicorn we can probably give to Runa or Korra. Yeah, Runa's got a nightmare already. I don't mind having her remain with the nightmare. Oh yes, I need to actually inspect Pandor. So Pandor's got a crossbow. I have no interest in him having a crossbow. Or her. Looks like it's a him. So perhaps a lightning sword. Or better yet, a satirical orb. Yeah, let's turn Pandor into another mage. Let's give Pandor the Cloud in a Bottle, why not? Let's give Pandor a rank resistance. And then let's reset Pandora's skills. He's got some good stuff. Reset skills. He is a feudal lord. That's where he's getting that food from, I bet. Let's go with Lord of Crops so the Bastion will continue to grow. Let's also make him primarily focused on upgrading his army at first. So let's get Experienced Leader. Let's get Restore. Let's get Defensive Training. Strength Training. Let's make him a Champion of the Faithful. Let's give him Endurance Training. And then let's come back into Mage abilities. Let's give him Lightning Evoker, Magecraft 1, Distant Evocation, and then we'll be good with that. He can summon animal. Let's absolutely go with that. Summon a tier 3 animal is a fantastic choice. And then he can also summon undead. Let's give him summon undead as well. Why not? We're not really meant to be necromancers, but hey, this guy's not technically from our faction, so what's it matter? And for him, he's going to help support... I was talking about sending him to Warlock, but we need to clear out these units up here and the Marauders over here to make sure that we can get all of our bonuses that we can. Ilian's going to continue sailing to the south, roughly, killing anything in our way for experience. Probably going to lose a unit in this battle. We took a little bit much damage in my opinion. Yeah. These aren't hard units, but the ghost ship does summon a banshee or a ghost. Yeah, summons a weakened banshee into target hex. And then a kraken's kind of a problem. I'm going to fight this one myself, but of course I'll cut it out. Unfortunately, we did lose one Arbalist simply because the Forester Wyvern was able to fly over our units and strike the Arbalist when it had already been damaged by the ghost ship and the kraken. So I guess that was almost unavoidable. But we did get a level up on Alien. So let's see what signature we'd like to give him. Let's give him Restoration to resurrect a friendly unit if possible. There's a good chance that we're going to have some people die while fighting Isildur. That's his name, right? Warlock of Isildur. Let's have him also buff the units in his army with defense training. No, not defense training. Let's go with defensive training. Good deal. Cora also got a level up. Let's see what we'd like to give her. She's pretty much gotten all of the mage abilities that I would like her to get, so let's switch over to support abilities. Let's go with Experienced Leader. And then let's begin moving straight southeast to engage Warlock. Mulgrave built that Grand Dwarf. I'd like to start work on a convent to get some more knowledge and mana per every tier above unstable that we have in city stability. And Brigir also got a level up. Let's go ahead and give him... Let's just give him Experienced Leader, why not? Rakshagi's been killed again. We received a trade proposal to make peace with Necron. No, absolutely not. We are no longer at peace with any of the evil forces on this planet. We are here to purge them from the earth. Or from the realm, to be more exact. Let's build some bastions in Orcs Light. And other than that, it might be time to recruit another hero. They're getting very expensive now. 900 gold. I do not have that much. 700 as well. Maybe next turn. Unless the cat people are underground, they must have lost their throne city because they only have Skull Pit. Then there's Denvalton. That might be... No, that's the Frog City, so that can't be it. We got ourselves a Locket of Channeling, which grants plus 10 combat points at the start of battle. We don't need more combat casting points really at the moment. That's okay. The Bastions are getting kind of expensive, so we're going to switch over to building Anvil cards to reinforce the home guard. Yeah, they need some more defensive units. We researched Totem of the Wild. We're probably never going to make use of this in battle, but that's okay. Now let's get Temple of the Exalted. I really want this one. This is a great building. Let's go ahead and grab Justified Wars so that we have more grievances against Rakshagi. And let's declare war on Rakshagi. Declare Justified War. Where is our Imperium increase? That's fine, I guess. It's whatever. We'll get some more alignment. We are now very good. Ah, he is underground. Check that out. Interesting. We have a hearty stew festival. So we treated our citizens in Bastion well. Now they want to invite the people of Anvil to celebrate. So they want to throw a festivity. A shared festivity will increase our relations with Anvil. Who is Anvil? These are the Anointed Orc free city in the south that we're trying to get. We could invite them and all Anointed Orcs to celebrate in the festivities. Why would you pick the first one? You get plus 200 relations for 18 turns. The second one gives plus 300 relations for 18 turns, and it's all free cities of the Anointed Orcs. We could gain city stability straight up, or we could get gold. I think let's invite Anvil and all Anointed Orcs to celebrate in Bastion. Our armies march ever closer to Necron's throne city. So we got a Ring of Concealment from prospecting, so we could give a hero universal concealment. That's not that useful, especially since the AI sees right through it. At least the AI rulers do. We're going to build a convent over in Astad. Bastion, I'd like you to get another fishery right now. So let's go with that. Let's get one right there, so that you can then grab the Grand Wharf. Stone Root finished the bathhouse. Then we want to switch over to... Let's get a market going. And then Mulgrave finished a convent. Let's get Mulgrave to build a library first, and then go into a mana obelisk. And Mulgrave can also annex a province. So let's take this province right there. We want to think about upgrading the city hall so that we can reach this food right there, as well as that oyster reef that we just cleared. And Orcslight, let's take a forester right here. Angelize is ready, so let's go ahead and let's upgrade all of our people. Here we go. We're now angels. Awesome. So they're faithful, they're flying, and they're celestial, which means they can't be berserked or mind controlled. Let's go ahead and let's summon a copper golem to reinforce the army on the oceans. Right there. I can't summon it on the water. Oh, that's too bad. We'll keep that spell ready. That's okay. Let's cast Covenant of the Faith onto a vassal city, Kinslayar. Getting some more Imperium, pretty good. And let's work on another Covenant of the Faith. In terms of Empire skills, there's nothing that we need right now, so let's go ahead and let's save up for the deeper skills. We've almost reached Martial Ancestry, which gives us cheaper unit upkeep per rank of the unit. And we have some nice things we're coming up to on order as well. We can actually accelerate the speed at which we reach the end of the Materium tree by recruiting another hero, specifically one of the ones that has Materium affinity. So if we go over to Materium Adept, this one has +3 Materium affinity when governing a city. We could also go with Feistus the Spearhead, who's been here for a little while. So let's grab you, 700 gold, recruit. 30 gold per turn, I do not care about that. Let's open you up, see what we can give you. Let's give you some leather armor for a little bit more defense. Might as well give you a locket of channeling, why not? Let's give you a ring of flanking. And let's give you a lightning sword, actually. Look at that psychedelic color. In terms of skills, let's reset his skills. Let's give him Summon Elemental. Always pick summons, pretty much. There are some times that you'd rather pick something else, but summoning is just too good in this game. And you, sir, let's have you also... Let's just have you be a melee fighter. So let's give you Fighting 1, Defense. Let's give you Sundering Strikes, Defense. No, not Defense. Let's give you Fighting 2. And then let's give you Defensive Master to always end our turn in defense mode. And then Martial Expertise to increase his damage by plus 10% further. That'll be pretty good. We're going to send you off to the west to help reinforce the armies that are taking down these units up here. And I think we're pretty good on units. At this point we should be able to crush whatever comes our way. I see Necron is amassing some defensive forces near his throne city. That makes sense. But it will not help. We're going to take his city very soon. We cannot yet start the siege this turn. We'll have to wait one more turn. That's okay. We're about to make landfall against the Isildur. He has some decent forces amassed over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fall on the ocean. We're gonna make landfall right here, push into his army. Anvil is actually almost vassalized. So let's get closer to the shore right there. We can actually make landfall right now if we want to, but not all of us. So let's get closer to the shore. Let's go ahead and summon... kind of want to summon a greater animal. Now let's go with the copper golems. We'll put one copper golem right here, and then we're going to summon another copper golem right next to it. Well, right on it actually. We'll cast Covenant of the Faith onto Dim Tier to gain more Imperium per turn. Stone we can take into the province. We're going to take this fishery for the food. We're going to finish the market production, and then we're going to swing over into building a convent. Why not? Let's unlock the ability to cast spells on the first turn of combat with Quickening in the Astral Pathway. Check Breaker out now, man. This is very cool. Alright, there's a big old stack of units hanging out here. Let's clump up. And then we're going to start the siege right away. But first, let's take a look and see if we want anything on the Empire Development screen that might help out. Let's get another siege project slot, and that'll make siege projects cost 25% less from the Materium pathway. Let's begin the siege. Start. Harass the defenders. Let's break their battlements. Let's undermine their walls. And let's bombard their towers or construct onagers. Let's construct onagers, that's faster. So 3 turns until breach. We'll be taking Necron out of the game pretty soon. I got some scouts in the mountains just keeping an eye out in the area. Warlock has realized what we're doing. He can see our forces even though he's, you know, like shouldn't be able to. He knows that we're here. So he's concentrating them right there. So let's make landfall. Let's move all our troops. One of those copper golems goes in there. The rest of y'all stand back. Let's group up. Let's prepare to move out. Step 1 forward. Nope. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, good deal. We're about to move on those shadow elves. Our forces are almost ready to take on these northern enemies. Mulgrave built a mana obelisk. We're going to upgrade to the town hall level 3. Why not? Estad built that convent. Let's build an estate hall to increase our speed of growth. We can't boost the estate hall because I would take 3 foresters and it would take 3 turns to switch these over to foresters anyway, so we can't really do anything about that. Bastion built that grand wharf. There's not much left to build in Bastion. Yeah, so Bastion's gonna let its production become gold income. It's totally fine by me. We've got the time. We're gonna go ahead and start working on anointing the moles. Why not? We recently became the race keeper of the mole people, so let's start doing that. I don't see any reason not to. Alright, Warlock has assembled some forces against us. I'm not too concerned whatsoever. Although perhaps I should be a little more concerned. So Warlock has left himself open a little bit here. We can hit this stack, attacking these stacks first, so let's do that. Let's bring our troops down close. Right there. If we attack here, everybody's going to get involved. This might cost us some units in auto-resolve. We'll see what happens. It did cost us 1 unit, so I'm going to fight this battle myself. It shouldn't be too hard though. Alright, that's a lot better. We took much less damage. We routed them pretty quickly, and then we slaughtered them as they ran. We're going to start clearing these forces up here. We're going to let them go since, you know, we're good people. Easy peasy. Let's walk onto the mana node, make sure we get any yields. There we go. Let's go for the Arcanium ore next. I might need to manually battle this one. Let's engage. This is 2 golden golems, tier 5 mythic units. We got rock giants, iron golem, and gargoyle, as well as arcanium tremors. Every 2 turns, all non-floating and non-flying attacking units suffer 20 physical damage. But a lot of us are actually flying, so that doesn't really apply to us. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. We did lose 1 copper golem. I'm actually totally willing to accept that loss because we have some reinforcements right behind us anyway. Oh yeah, another spider hatchling bell from prospecting. I would definitely take that. Let's give that bell over to Cora. She can summon an elemental already, and she'll be able to summon a spider hatchling, which is fantastic. 2 more turns left on the siege. Thank you so much for watching Dyllin With It. If you enjoyed the video and would like to help the channel reach a wider audience that enjoys this kind of content, liking it will help greatly, and you can always subscribe if you'd like to come back for more. I'd really appreciate any comments or criticism you have about the video in the comments below, because it helps me refine the videos to be more enjoyable. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and Breg and I will see you in episode 26.